We start Fox 13 News at 9 with breaking news tonight. The man who killed teens Riley Powell and Breezy Otteson in 2017 has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
A judge in Utah County ruled that Jerrod Baum will spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Fox 13 News reporter Jenna Bree was in the courtroom for the sentencing this afternoon. Jenna joins us live tonight from the 4th District Court in Provo. Jenna.
Bob and Kelly, a long stretched out afternoon in court today. 4 hours of victims, family members, and attorneys taking the stands, reading statements. Jerrod Baum himself even taking the stand for the first time, denying the conviction that he had anything to do with what happened to Breezy and Riley. But the families say justice has finally been served.
Remember that these simple privileges of waking and sleeping and waking again are privileges Riley and Breelyn no longer experience because you murdered them.
Chilling words from Judge Derek Pullon.
I have served as a district court judge for almost 20 years. During that time, I have been witness to many acts of violence. But the murders of Riley Powell and Breezy Otteson are the most violent, the most selfish, the most senseless, the most disturbing that I have ever witnessed.
The judge's passion touched the victims' families.
A lot of people have heart still, and that's what we need in this world.
Jerrod Baum maintaining his innocence, claiming he did not kill the two teens.
I'm not a monster. I don't kill people. I've been in prison a long time. I've been in many fights. I've been in situations where I've been caught with shanks, you know. And I got plenty of write-ups back then. One thing you can never say, and that you will never see, is that during any of my altercations that I've ever used a weapon.
Over the last few months, and even today, Amanda Davis was worried that the man who murdered her niece would one day walk free.
And it almost felt like his evil was winning. And at the end of the day, his evil didn't win because we're a family. We're a blended family. We've gained. We may have lost those two and we will never get them back, but we have gained an entire community of love.
She says justice was served. However, the families will always be resentful that Baum could not be sentenced to death since Utah County Attorney David Levitt took capital punishment off the table.
There's no reform for this man. And David Levitt robbed us of our opportunity that he could at least have an expiration date over his head, knowing that one day he will die.
The families of Breezy and Riley will be having a post-sentencing hope and healing dinner this weekend. They're hoping to put this justice chapter behind them and just celebrate the lives of the two teens. That will be at the Eureka City Memorial Building this Saturday at 4:30 in the afternoon. Reporting live in Provo, Jenna Bree, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Jenna, thank you. A Lehigh chocolate shop has issued an apology and changed the names of some of its items after a viral Twitter posted complaints of racism.
Fox 13 News reporter Spencer Joseph joins us live from Utah County tonight after speaking with the shop owner. Spencer.
Good evening. The item in question was actually a chocolate-covered Twinkie, and it was named two different things depending on what type of chocolate was used. If it was milk chocolate, it was named the Hill Cumorah Nephite, and if it was dark chocolate, it was named the Hill Cumorah Lamanite. Now, a little bit of history for our viewers. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints says the Book of Mormon recounts the history of two peoples, including the Nephites and the Lamanites, who lived in almost constant religious and political conflict for centuries, and said the term Nephite and Lamanite came to describe cultural and religious distinctions as well as ethnic differences. Now, today's conflict started from a Twitter post that spread to comments on all social media, including on this store's Yelp page, with lots of different people giving one-star reviews over the names. Now, John, the owner, said that they took down the name, which they've actually had for about 4 years, around noon today, and issued an apology on their Instagram, saying in part, "I deeply apologize and commit to being more sensitive about the message messaging of our chocolate. Now, I spoke with him this afternoon in his store in Lehigh where the name had been changed to just Hill Kimura for both types of chocolate, and he told me it was never his intention to hurt anyone by those names.
We had the name, this particular name's been here for 4 years. And we had one other complaint about 3 years ago. I like to have fun. I don't want to poke fun. I want to have fun. I don't want to minimize anybody's suffering or hurt. When you know better, you'll do better. You know, we found out better.
Now, he also said that they've received lots of calls and messages today, most of which were very aggressive and used foul language against him and his store. Some of them were even threatening the store and himself because of this. Now, by the way, he says that he will in the future be more cognizant of the names he gives his chocolate, all of which are named something different and something with a play on some of the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Some of the high-ranking members plays on their name, plays on Utah things, as well as plays on names of celebrities. In Utah County, Spencer Joseph, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Okay, Spencer, thanks so much. Right now, Pleasant Grove police are issuing a public safety alert after reports of a mountain lion in the area of 2600 North and 900 West.
Police are trying to trap the animal in, quote, the most humane ways possible. They are asking citizens to be vigilant about their surroundings and the whereabouts of their children, as well as bringing your pets inside.
The heat is on already, and across the state, it is only going to get hotter over the next couple days, Allison.
Yes, just shy of that triple-digit mark for many of you here over the next couple of days. Tonight, we do have a few clouds that have moved into the Wasatch Front, mainly Salt Lake County north. A few scattered clouds down into Nevada, through the Richfield and Manti areas. But Salt Lake City tonight, we drop into the mid-60s with partly cloudy sky. Here across Utah, when you wake up tomorrow morning, 60 to 65 for Provo, Salt Lake, and for Ogden. Into St. George tomorrow morning, barely dropping into the 70s. And then we heat up tomorrow into the mid-90s at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. For the Wasatch Front, St. George close to 105. Salt Lake City tomorrow, temperatures are going to be in the mid-90s with a lot of sunshine. Our UV index will make it to the extreme level, which is higher than it has been the last several days, and that's also the highest level that it can be. So make sure that you're wearing plenty of sunscreen if you're going to be outside, especially during the afternoon hours. I would try to avoid that because of the heat anyway. Drink plenty of water. I'll let you know how long the heat